It is the Netherlands against Argentina. You've already heard from Nigel, Reo-Coker, and Michael Lahoud as far as what they expect to see from the Netherlands. But James Benge, I'm hoping you're on my side here. I am watching an Argentina side that are just getting slowly better and better. I'm watching Julian Alvarez partnering with Lionel Messi and making that look like a partnership from heaven. We are seeing probably the best Julian Alvarez we have seen for a long time now. He's playing consistent football at a World Cup for Argentina, but he is making a big difference. And Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi. The rest of this Argentina side is still incredibly good. This is going to be a very tough task for any Netherlands side to try and beat this Argentina side. Are you with me on this?
I'm 100% with you, Ian. I some of the nonsense I've just heard from my colleagues about the Dutch. You think this was Johan Cruyff, Robin van Persie, Dennis Bergkamp, and Frank de Boer all rolled into one team? They're a very ordinary team. I mean, you kind of look at the way they played against the US men's national team, who I thought had a good game. And, if that early chance from Christian Pulisic had gone in, I think they might well have won that game. This is a team that kind of have set their stall out as very passive, a bit cautious, happy to play on the counter-attack. Well, I don't really see how that works against Argentina, who have these physical, imposing centre-backs in Romero, in Otamendi or Lucho Martinez. Those guys are going to be more than happy to knock counter-attacking forwards off their stride. The Dutch don't hold possession very well, and Argentina love to keep the ball and dominate, and they've been getting better and better game in, game out. De Paul, Alexis McAllister, they are finding Messi in these spots where he can create damage. So I look at this and I think it would be a big shock if Argentina lost. They have a level up to go. We still haven't seen how they kind of dominate teams. I think they're a bit happy with 1-0s. That would be my criticism of them. But compared to the criticisms I have of the Dutch,
just rolling it in.
There are so many. I've not got time to lay all them out.
Well, I think
we don't have the time.
I think this is a Netherlands team that has been without one of their best players, not at full strength. And we finally got to see Memphis Depay at full strength against the U.S. men's national team. When you have your leading goal scorer not fully fit in the group stages, and you finally get the full ambiance of him, the full slate of him in the knockout round game, it makes me really excited to see what this Dutch team can do. I look at that front three. Does he go Bergwijn? Does he go Depay and Gakpo? I think that is the front three that could give this Argentine midfield and backline nightmares. In transition, that is the question mark I have with Argentina. That midfield three has been sublime. McAllister, Enzo Fernandez, and now De Paul. I could see Argentina shifting to a five-man backline, making those three in the midfield and then two up top with Messi and Alvarez running in behind. I think that is them at their best to go against the Dutch.
They've not done that in years.
Well, why
would they fear this Netherlands side?
They did that at the end of the Australia game. That's what they shifted to.
Yeah, because they were under the cosh, so it was man management when you're in the game to tactically make that change. I understand and respect that, but why would they start this game on a back foot, though? Go ahead, Michael. Sorry.
No, they won't start. I'm not saying they'll start the game, but I could see them shifting to that to manage the game. I think this is an Argentine team that is happy to see any which way to get the win, any which way. It's a knockout round. It's not for aesthetics. It's about getting the result. But I just wonder, in transition, I think this Dutch team has a bit more athleticism to punish them when they get a half chance.
Michael, I'm with you. And James, just for the record, no one said that this is a super individually talented Dutch side. The Dutch have always been consistent in producing players. What we said is this is a good Dutch team. If you're going to say the same thing about the Dutch, we can easily say the same thing about Croatia. They haven't blown up any trees, but yet they're still in the quarterfinals. And I'm sure there's a lot of sides who we highly regarded to do so well who are out of the World Cup on the plane back home. The thing about the Dutch, like I said, is Louis Van Gaal is a manager who is using the players that he has available to the best of their ability to make it work in a team dynamic. We're not seeing individual brilliances, but you both will be very naive if you don't think Argentina are going to respect the Dutch and change certain elements, like Michael is saying, because this is going to be Argentina's toughest game of this tournament so far. They got slapped in the face because they were very arrogant against Saudi Arabia. The athleticism of Saudi Arabia, the ability to break forward, caused problems. The Dutch are a different breed. And if you think these Dutch players are not going to be motivated to play against Argentina with the big rivalry between the two nations already, and to want to get one over Lionel Messi,
No one's saying that.
You're foolish, because this is knockout football now. Forget everything you did before. This is knockout football now, and it's a different mentality and a different mindset. I think for me, yes, the Dutch haven't been great. We haven't seen them look like a complete team. The only team we've seen look like a complete team, two teams, in my opinion, is Brazil, France, and Portugal yesterday. Those three teams. That's it. Complete team.
All right, shut up, Nigel. Man. All right, that's enough. We've heard from you. All right, listen, I'm with you, James. I'm not gonna let them just ramrod you here. There's no chance. I understand and I respect what you're saying. I love your opinions. I also see Natalie jumping in and saying that she disagrees with James on the Netherlands. They have shown quality. Sure, they've shown quality. They've shown quality in games against Qatar and Ecuador a little bit, and yes, Senegal a little bit. But then the USA wasn't a hard task for them. This is not a good Dutch side, in my opinion. This is a Van Gaal masterclass against the United States of America that made it look easy. The USA did not play well in that game. This is a different animal you're playing against. You're playing against an Argentina side that are full of quality. They're hungry. They have an appetite for success. And you're saying that the Netherlands, just because Van Gaal tactics are just going to go in there and tactically win this game? Sure, they could win it over 120 minutes. Sure, they could win it over 90 minutes if Argentina do not show up. If Argentina show up, there is no freaking way, that this Netherlands team will be able to beat them. No chance whatsoever. Argentina are too good. Across the board, they're too good.
Yeah, they're too good against Saudi Arabia too, right?
They were too good. This Netherlands side, I will repeat myself on and on until I finish my point. This Netherlands side is not the group that we have witnessed in historic past. It is not.
We never said it was.
Up top, nowhere near as dangerous as they once were in history. I don't believe in it at all. You're actually buying into the hype because they beat the United States of America.
I'm not buying into the hype of that.
You, Nigel. Really
I'm not buying into the hype of that. I'm not buying into the hype of that. I'm just saying, you're saying all that about Argentina. Where was that same energy when they got beat by Saudi Arabia?
But that was a fluke.
This is why it was
a complete fluke.
It's like
it wasn't a knockout game. It was a group game. First one. Different mentality.
It's no problem. They still had paper. They still had way too much quality, way too much experience. They should have never lost to Saudi Arabia. Full stop. If we're going to look at it that way, we can say the same thing. I just think, like I said, I'm not saying this Dutch side is super individually talented. It's not. It's a good team and it's well coached. I feel that this is going to be the toughest task that Argentina have to face. And when I look at those Dutch players and how they
get through this game, Nigel, they'll play Brazil in a semi-final. And you're saying that the Netherlands will be the
crowning the Dutch team as World Cup champions just yet because they beat the U.S. men's national team. We're saying who the Dutch have played. Let's look at who Argentina has played. Give me a break. Saudi Arabia, okay, surprise them. Poland, crap. Mexico, bigger crap. Australia, surprise team of the World Cup. I mean, we're really going to give Argentina all this credit because, I mean, come on.
What about when they played
not
Brazil in the Copa America and beat them?
We're going back to the Copa America to crown this current Argentina team?
Different tournament.
No, it's a different team. Angel Di Maria isn't even healthy to play. He was one of the stars of that Copa America. We can't go back to that now. Completely. Enzo Fernandez wasn't even in the picture. We can't go back to that.
So you're right, they've got a better midfield.
Argentina does.
Yeah, then they had a year ago in the Copa America.
I'll give you that. I love the play. I love the play of Enzo Fernandez. I think I'm very high on this guy. I was high on him in the Champions League with Benfica. You can catch him on Paramount Plus this February in the knockout stages. Very high on McAllister in the Premier League, what he's done with Brighton and continues to do with this national team. But when you look at the trajectory of what the Dutch potentially have in their favor, they're getting their best player back. Healthy, has a goal. They have one of their best players contributing.
Can they stop Argentina from scoring a goal, Michael? Can they stop
I think Argentina can get a goal. I think the Dutch can get more than one goal against its Argentina. I am not fully convinced of this Argentine back line just yet. I don't think Christian Romero is still 100%.
Right.
I love it.
I've got to come in here quickly.
Finish on, James, and then we'll get to predictions. Go ahead.
I mean, this Argentine backline we've seen keep clean sheets at this tournament and at Copa America. This Dutch strike force, we've seen average 9 shots a game. You know, how many did they put up on Qatar? 2. Now, I know that they were, you know, when that second goal went in, they felt like they were done. But, you know, same against Ecuador. They've played ordinary opposition and they've just not looked like a team that can score multiple goals against good teams. They are entirely reliant on Memphis Depay being a better player than he is. He's good. He's not great. they're reliant on Cody Gakpo being on this bizarre shooting streak where, yeah, if he's going to score every time he shoots the ball, which is what he was doing at the start of the tournament, oh, yeah, the Netherlands could do really well at this competition. But, you know, he's probably not going to. I just think the Dutch don't have weapons beyond sort of Denzel Dumfries. And if he wants to come forward, that's fine because Julian Alvarez or Lautaro Martinez will just wait for him to not track back quick enough.
Martinez?
Yeah.
Martinez couldn't, he can't, if he was standing at the beach on the coast of Qatar, he still couldn't score. He's been woeful in front of goal. We can't put him in the mix.
Mike,
he came in and missed sitters. I'm not having Martinez.
It's fine.
Don't
worry,
put Martinez
Mike.
and Alvarez in the same
It
sentence.
is a great debate.
worry.
It's a wonderful debate to have because obviously we can see it from both points of view. Again, I'll just finish it off with James's point right there. I was a bit concerned about the Netherlands against the USA, the fact that they gave up so many opportunities to the USA. This is a different team that will take their chances. You can't afford to give those chances. So I am concerned about the Netherlands giving up goals easily, making mistakes where we have seen them make mistakes already. But you guys are right. I mean, they're a dangerous side going forward. Van Gaal really impressed me with his tactics, but I'm really intrigued to see who wins this tactical battle. And I'm very surprised that Nigel Reo-Coker going against his former teammate and Lionel Scaloni as well.
He's
very,
there
very
for a couple of
disappointing.
months.
I'm looking forward to the House of Champions finding its way to his desk before that game kicks off as well. So let's get to predictions. Nigel, give me a scoreline, please, and maybe give me a scorer as well. I'll go Nigel. I'll go Michael, seeing as though you're going for the same side here, and we'll finish off with James.
I'm going 2-1 Netherlands.
Who scores?
Oh.
Don't matter who scores. I don't care.
See, you can't even give me an answer. Michael.
Because you know why? They're a threat also from set pieces. Let's not forget how good Virgil van Dijk is as well. Yeah. And Argentina ain't the best defending set pieces. I'm going 2-1 Netherlands.
All right.
Don't care who scores.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Netherlands as well. I do think Argentina scores. They will knock at that door. I think the likes of either Messi or Alvarez do get the goal for the Argentines, but I think the set piece factor, the transition factor will be the difference in this game for the Netherlands. I could see Memphis Depay, Denzel Dumfries with another assist, Memphis Depay with another goal, and Virgil van Dijk. The set piece is waiting there. I think he gets his head on something in the back of the net. The Dutch could see them winning in extra time.
2-0 Argentina. Messi scores quite early on. Then, as the Dutch chase it late on, Lautaro gets them on the counter. 2-0 Argentina.
I'm going for more. I think Argentina win this game by 3-1 here. I do agree with you. There is a little bit of a threat there from the Netherlands. I do think their game plan will be interesting, but at the end of the day, the quality that Argentina have shown up front, Julian Alvarez, the way he's been performing for Argentina has really excited me. I'd love to see him score another goal, this time in the knockout stages.